بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum, my beloved ones, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, we are going to take our session on the Islamic laws, and we are trying to cover manasik al-Hajj of Ayatollah al-Adna Sayyid Ali Sistani. So, yes, so we were like doing ruling number 29 here. Yes, that's all. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من شر الشيطان اللعين الرجيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So this is إذا انتقل إليه ما يفي بمصارف الحج بملكية متزلزلة فالظاهر كفاية ذلك في تحقق الاستطاعة المعتبرة في وجوب الحج إذا كان قادرا على إزالة حق المنتقل عنه في الفسخ بالتصرف الناقل أو المغير في المال. So, what is ملكية المتزلزلة? ملكية المتزلزلة, you give something to someone and it might not, like it might not be his become his in his ownership. How? So, you know, in Islam, gift, if I give somebody a gift, I can take the gift back as long as it is not given to the blood relatives. So I gave you the gift. It is yours. So it is your mulk. It is your milkiya. Mutazalzila means that not confirmed property. Zalzala means, you know, like when like going here and there, like ping pong kind of thing. So that's tazalzul, like swinging. So it is now, yes, your property. So I gave you a box of chocolate and then we fought. Then now you have to, I tell you, give me the box of chocolate back. Okay. So he has to give me the box of chocolate back. Unless if we said he was a blood relative, brother, father, son, uncle, blood relative, then I cannot regain. Then it's not milkiya mutazalzila. It's not swinging property. Okay, swinging ownership. It's fixed ownership. Or no, he said, what chocolate? It's gone. It's all in my stomach. So now what will we do? He can't demand. As long as the commodity is available, the commodity is gone. The guy swallowed it all. Okay, before the fight. I mean, maybe they're fighting, and he read, oh, I think he'll take my chocolates back. So what happens? He started eating it. Now I come and give me my chocolate back. I thought we were buddies, we were friends, we were like, now you started fighting me. So fighting with me. So here, I have the right to get my ownership back. I had given him, I had made him owner. I gave him a gift. That means you are the owner. But now, after fight or after problem, I'm telling him, give me the gift back. So here, this is called milkiya mutazalzila. So he says, إِذَا انْتَقَلَ إِلَيْهِ مَا يَفِي بِمَصَارِفِ الْحَجِّ. Let's say somebody gave me a gift, a car or something, which if I sell, or even money, like $10,000, for example, he gave me a gift. ما يفي بمصاريف الحج or بمصاريف الحج, which would cover the expenses of Hajj. But this came to me in a milkiya mutazalzila, swinging ownership. فالظاهر كفاية ذلك في تحقق الاستطاعة المعتبرة في الحج في وجوب الحج. That is sufficient. That is sufficient in making Hajj obligatory upon me. because I became able. But it might go back. Yes, it might go back. But at this point, it's yours. Okay. So don't fight with that guy, or don't do anything which might go away. So it is your possession. And if it is sufficient, then so what if I use it? If you use it and then he fights, then the commodity has been deteriorated. He cannot take it back. Then it becomes fixed ownership. As long as you have it in your hand, okay, that is a swinging ownership, not fixed ownership. But the moment you use it and you come back and you had a fight with him, or he has a fight with you, and he said, "Give me my 10,000 back," I said, "Tell him, uh, try again, or ma'as salama, or something like that, whatever. Tell him, I don't have it. It's used, finish. No, you have to give me back. No, the Islamic rule says if it is used or deteriorated or consumed or finished, there's no effects of it. There's nothing remaining of it. Yeah, if you have $100 remaining from those 10,000, you have to give it back, or 500, whatever money is remaining from the Hajj, from after coming back, give it to him. But if nothing is there, you can't. So, إذا كان قادرا على إزالة الحق المنتقل عنه بالفسخ بالتصرف الناقل. So, if you are able to remove the whatever came to you, if you're able to remove that thing which might take it like let him take back. So here, let me give you another example. Let's say it was a conditional gift. That means if relatives, which he can get it back, but it was conditional. That means if you do not fulfill the condition, he will get his gift back. So here what has happened, إذا كان قادرا على إزالة حق المنتقل عنه في الفسخ بالتصرف الناقل. So either by doing something, like using it in Hajj, then it cannot go back. It's yours, as I mentioned. Or no, you fulfill the condition, the gift becomes yours. Like, do whatever which makes it yours in a fixed ownership, either by using it, either by buying it, either by fulfilling the condition, either by using it in a way that it becomes yours, and he cannot ask you back. كما في موارد الهبة الجائزة. What is هبة الجائزة? We know جائزة, people, they say gift, but here the word of جائزة in fiqh, when it comes, hiba is gift by itself. وهبتك هبة, وهبه Wahhab. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Wahhab. He is the giver without any demand, without any compensation. So hiba. Al-ja'iza here in fiqh is not gift. Al-hiba is gift. Al-hiba al-ja'iza, which is permissible gift. So there is al-hiba al-lazima. We're not talking about hiba al-lazima. What is lazima? Lazim becomes your. Remember, two types of gift. If relatives, it becomes your. That is hiba lazima. Here, hiba ja'iza, because it's not your relative. So what happens here? It's ja'iza, not lazima. That means he can get it back. Kama fi mawarid al-hiba al-ja'iza, as it is in some of the applications of the permissible gifts, not gifts with commitment, or gifts which becomes yours. No, ja'iza means you can revoke the agreement of gift anytime. Ja'iza means ja'iza lazima. Ja'iza means you can break up. So for example, in buying and selling, when you buy something, okay, you can break the contract, okay, and revoke, like when you go to Walmart or when you go to some kind of big departmental stores, okay, you have the right to break the contract for 30 days, in 30 days, or some say 90 days, some shops. So what does that mean? That means the sale is not fixed. The sale is swinging. You can come anytime, get your money back, and give them their property back. But there are some conditions in there also. So, so this is what is called jaiz. But after 90 days or after 30 days, bay' becomes lazim. The sale becomes fixed. Now you cannot return the item unless if there was a warranty or something. But return the item in 30 days. Okay, even some departmental stores says that even if you not like it, if you're not satisfied, just give it back. We'll give you your money back. Okay, so this is called hiba. This is called bay' jaiz, and bay' lazim is when it becomes fixed. When it becomes fixed, and you cannot break the contract, you cannot break the deal, you cannot return the item, you cannot return the money. If you are the the purchaser, if you're the buyer, you cannot get your money back. Yes. كما في موارد الهبة الجائزة، وإلا فالاستطاعة تكون مراعاة بعدم فسخ من انتقل عنه. Okay, so maybe you have an option, maybe the other party's option. So if you don't choose your option to break the contract with whatever you gain that money, $10,000 or the Hajj or something like that, gift, somebody gave you a gift Hajj. So the capacity or the ability to go for Hajj, it's going to be connected with the person who's on the other side if he does not break the contract or revoke the contract. Okay? وإلا فالاستطاعة تكون مراعاة. That means otherwise, if your side is okay, if your side you are not going to break, then your capacity to go for Hajj will depend on the second person not breaking the contract. If the second person breaks the contract, then you are not going to be able. Your ability is going to be dissolved. You are not able to go for Hajj anymore, because the second guy says, give me my money back, and you have your money back, and with all the conditions of revoking any contract, be it contract of sale, be it contract of because you sold your, let's say, remember in few the rulings, if you have something extra, you sell it. So you sold your golden watch or or golden jewelries or whatever you sold. So you got the money. But then in the contract, there was this 10 days of breaking the contract or nulling the contract, option to null the sale. Okay, there was this 10 days. So until 10 days, if you are not going to demand, you are mustatiya. As long as the second person is not going to demand his money back and tell you, see, my brother, I don't want this watch. Can you give me my money back? And it was in the contract that there was an option to null the sale in 10 days or 1 week or whatever. So it was in the contract. So then, as long as he's not demanding the null of the sale, you are obligated to go for Hajj. فلو فسخ قبل تمام الأعمال أو بعد كشف ذلك عن عدم تحقق الاستطاعة من الأول، والظاهر أنه لا يجب الخروج إلى الحج في هذا النحو من الملكية المتزلزلة إلا مع الوثوق بعدم طرو الفسخ، ولا يكفي مجرد احتمال عدمه. No, he says that in these cases where you are afraid that he might break and your money will not come back. I mean, you have to give the money back and you have to take the item you sold. Or the gift or any kind of this kind of shaking or swinging ownership. Okay, you own the money with the swinging ownership. So if you are not sure, okay, if you don't have that satisfaction and the certainty that the sale is going to not be nullified or revoked, or the contract is not going to be revoked, or the gift is not going to be taken back. All these kind of, if you have, then it becomes wajib. Otherwise, if there is a probability, no, 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 I think he will not. Or you think, or you're sure? No, I think he will not break the sale. I think he will not revoke the contract of gift. I think you, no, no, don't tell me you think. Is he going to or not, based on the contract, based on the commitment, based on the communication? So if you are sure, then you have to go for Hajj. But if you're not sure, then you can't go for Hajj. Why? He says that two types of things that might happen. فلو فسخ قبل تمام الأعمال أو بعده. So if he revokes, or if the sale was nullified, or if the contract was revoked, whatever made that swinging ownership come to you of something. فذلك عن عدم تحقق الاستطاعة من الأول. That then it will indicate that you were not able to go for Hajj from the beginning. It is not that, oh, you have already started for Hajj, oh, you have done, you were not able to. What does that mean? That means Hajj was not wajib upon you from the beginning. But what will happen? I've already started my a'mal of Hajj, and that guy calls me and says, I don't want this item, take it back. Or بعد كشف ذلك أو بعده. After you completed your a'mal, you finished your tawaf an-nisa of the last, and that guy calls, I just bring me my money back. I don't want your watch, or I don't want your gold, or something like that. Now what will you do? This will show that Hajj was not wajib upon you from the beginning, because it was a swinging ownership, and you were not sure that he might continue the sale or continue the contract or whatever through the item came into your possession, or the money came into your possession. But if you know before you travel for Hajj, والظاهر أنه لا يجب الخروج إلى الحج في هذا النحو من الملكية المتزلزلة. So in this case, where you know, or you have a probability that he might break the contract, okay, that means still the property is swinging, possession is swinging, ownership is swinging, okay, it's not has been fixed, yours or his. That means, so he said, it's if you don't have assurances that the contract will not be nullified or broken, you don't have to go for Hajj. إلا مع الوثوق بعدم طرو الفصل, unless if you are sure and you have some kind of certainty that the sale will not be, or the nullification will not happen to the contract, whatever contract happened. ولا يكفي مجرد احتمال, and just having a probability that he might not nullify it, that is not sufficient. So the conclusion of this ruling is that if you own anything with a swinging ownership, either him, either you, but perhaps because the nullification might happen. So there was an option to null in certain period or certain condition, and you were in that period, and you sold your item. So now we have two options. Can you just fix the sale? Can you finish the deal? Can you do anything which makes your milkiyya al-mutazalzila, the swinging ownership, to a fixed ownership of yours? If yes, then do it, and Hajj becomes wajib, go. If no, then we are going to ask you these two questions. Are you sure? Do you have any assurance that he will not null the sale or null? He said, no, I'm sure. He cannot, even though it's swinging, but I'm sure that's the gift is mine, and yeah, I fulfilled the condition, and I've done whatever it takes, that the null, the transmission is not revoked of the property. The sale is not revoked. The gift contract is not revoked. So it is mine. So then you go for Hajj. If you're not sure then a Hajj is not wajib upon you. Then someone might ask, what happened that if I was during the Hajj? Say this Sistani says, yes, it indicates that Hajj was not wajib upon me from the beginning. Here, there are two probabilities. Either you tell him, after I come back from Hajj, I'll pay your money back, whatever. Okay, it becomes debt on your shoulder. If you don't do that, okay, then your Hajj will be invalid in your tawaf and all those things which you did with them, with things which were purchased from that money, which if he does not allow you to, your Hajj will be hanging until you fulfill the money, give it back or no. Unless if the hypothesis was a gift, and a gift to non-relative, though it is a swinging ownership, however, it becomes fixed if it is used, consumed, deteriorated. Then whatever is remaining, you give it back. So that's the difference between gift and the conditional gift and the buying and selling. So these are or the sale was finished. When he called you, okay, he said, I want to give you your money. I want my money back. I want to give you the thing I purchased. Baba, finish. The date is over. The due date, deadline is done. The sale is fixed. So then you are okay. لا يجب على المستطيع. Ruling number 30. لا يجب على المستطيع أن يحج من ماله. Do I have to do Hajj from my money? Like many people, they have this belief. No. I can't go with somebody gave me a gift Hajj or money of Hajj gift or loan or this and that. You see, I can't do that. So he said that لا يجب على المستطيع أن يحج من ماله. This might have an answer to the guy who used the money for Hajj of the sale, and still he was on the option to null the sale. Okay, so will his Hajj be valid or not? We will get the answer here. We said that if he has used that money in his attire or dress, which he did tawaf, and then the tawaf will be invalid, then the Hajj will be invalid. But if his ihram was not used from that money, and his goat of sacrifice was not used from that money, so and he did the tawaf with ihram of his grandfather or his father, or someone gave him gift ihram separately. So here he says, لا يجب على المستطيع أن يحج من ماله. It is not obligatory that a person does Hajj from his money, his wealth. فلو حج متسكعا. What is Hajj متسكعا? According to our scholars, the people, they don't have, but they beg money, okay, and they go. So they take like food, somebody will give him food. He like those days, you see, it was easy. Nowadays it will be difficult to have Hajj mutasakka unless you have begged for a whole year and you're a beggar and you got the $10,000 through your begging. Don't underestimate the beggars. Sometimes the begging is the easy earning and more earning than when you work and strive harder. I'm not encouraging begging, but this is the condition where the job market is down. People not getting job. When they beg, they get. So this is something which caused the society to deteriorate, and it causes the destruction of the society economically, because the beggars will increase and the workers will decrease. So let's say, like in those days, he will just go in Hajj. What will happen? He doesn't have money for food. He doesn't have money. So the people will, oh, come eat with us. Oh, come sleep with us. Oh, come sleep with us in their tent or in their room or whatever, because he doesn't have any place to stay, any food to eat. So this is called mutasakka, and here and there and here and there. He collects everything. Okay. And the example nowadays could be the guy who has borrowed money from this, borrowed money from that, borrowed money, a gift from here, gift there. He's collected all these 10,000 from various sources. So regardless, he's collected through halal means or haram means. He goes for Hajj. Okay. فلو حج متسكعا. أو من مال شخص آخر ولو غصبا أجزأه. Okay, so if he does that from here and there and here and there, okay, and then or from someone else as well, or even by wealth he has usurped. That means, remember that Irfani guy, hyperbolic, who goes for Hajj with the people of other people and without telling them, without informing them. So he goes for Hajj. Okay, that Hajj will be sufficient on one condition. However, إذا كان ساتره في الطواف أو في صلاة الطواف مغصوبا فالأحوط وجوبا أن لا يجتزئ به. What does that mean? That means because tawaf attire should be halal, okay? Otherwise it will become invalid. And if tawaf is invalid, kiss your Hajj goodbye. Salat al-tawaf, in salat you cannot have usurped. So if that usurped money was not used in the attire of tawaf or attire of salat al-tawaf, okay, then you are okay. Though you are a sinner for looting somebody's money, not giving and going for Hajj, you are a sinner. It's a sin. But is my Hajj, should I kiss my Hajj goodbye? No. As long as your dress of tawaf and your dress of salat were not from that usurped money. If it was from the usurped money, on the obligatory precaution, your Hajj is not sufficient. So there are two things: sinning and sufficiency of the ibadah. So you sin and your Hajj becomes invalid, or you sin but your Hajj is not invalid because your dress was not from that money. So but the sin is there, and you have to seek repentance and seek forgiveness from that person and give him his money back. Then the sin will be removed. What about the goat of sacrifice? Some Maharaja, they say even the goat of sacrifice. وَلَوْ كَانَ ثَمَنُ هَدِيهِ مَغْصُوبًا لَمْ يُجْزِئْهُ إِلَّا إِذَا اشْتَرَاهُ بِثَمَنٍ في الذِّمَّةِ وَوَفَاهُ مِنَ الْمَغْصُوبِ. What about if the money of the sacrifice, ثَمَنُ الْهَدِي مَغْصُوبًا, usurped, لَمْ يُجْزِئْهُ, it will not be sufficient. إلا إذا اشتراه بثمن في الذمة ووفاه من المغصوب. Unless if he purchased, he said, I will pay you later on. Okay, I'll pay you when you stole somebody's money and you said that I will pay you later on. So you purchased the item on a loan, on a late payment. Okay, like you buy the goat now, pay later. So he purchased the goat or the sheep of sacrifice, or the sacrifice animal. He purchased it on debt, let's say from credit card. Okay, so and then later on, so he slaughtered it in the Hajj. So slaughter was done when the agreement was okay. It's a debt, you have to pay it later on. So what happened? He did not pay from his money, he paid from usurped money. So will his sacrifice be correct? Say this Sistani says it will be correct, because he sacrificed. The moment he sacrificed, he was not a usurper. He did not plan to pay from the usurped money. He was planning to pay, even if he had desire to pay from the usurped money, but still he had not paid. So because he might change his mind and he might pay from the from halal money. So he did not pay. So what happens here? That the sacrifice was correct, even though he paid the sacrifice money later on with the usurped money. However, if he had paid on time, the moment he purchased the sacrifice, he paid with usurped money, then the sacrifice will not be correct. That means he need to redo the sacrifice with proper money. We will stop here, and inshallah we will continue tomorrow. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى